Mickey, I mean, just you've literally had a life in boxing, and now you've retired. You know, I mean, we did a night a couple of years back. You ref the Who's Who. How is life treating you now when you've kind of stepped outside the ring? And what does Mickey Vann do now?
Well, life. We look after foster children, which is we have a hub with something like I think yesterday we had 12 of them for tea.
Yeah.
And we had half a dozen of them sleeping.
Right.
So, I have a lot on there, and there's a lot to look after the house and keep up with it, because my wife is on committees and all sorts. She's all over the place. But I also there's Sauerland. I don't know whether you know the Sauerland.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, they're doing. They've been doing some celebrity boxing.
Right.
But, it's KSI and them sort of people,
Yeah.
And I'm a supervisor for their shows.
Right. So you're still in boxing, then? You don't really miss it that much?
No, I did miss it, and they've just. In fact, Sauerland's rang me and asked me if I'd referee again.
Right.
And I said I wouldn't, because I have a pretty decent reputation as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only got to make a mistake, and that's my
legacy.
Years of boxing up the pictures.
Yes, yeah, totally understand. And you still watch boxing quite regular?
I still watch it, not as regular. I don't find it as exciting. Only the odd fights. It's not the blood and thunder that we used to have.
Yes, and I think a lot of it has changed so much since, today we're in 2022. The characters are gone. There's no more Mickey Dust. There's no more Tommy Millers. Would you agree to that?
That's right. Tommy was that people used to, fighters, even me, we used to sort of slag him off.
Yeah.
But he was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
He knew the game inside out. But not even going back to Tommy, coming with the likes of the Chris Eubanks, Nigel Benz, Calzaghes. There aren't those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prince Nassim. They could also fight as well. They were characters, but they could also fight as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you go, sorry, go on.
I think that the health and safety has done a lot in sport to ruin it. Personally.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, I'm a big rugby fan. I was head of conditioning for the academy and the scholarship and that at Leeds Rhinos for 6-7 years, and now I watch rugby, and you can't do a shoulder charge, and there's so many things that you can't do in sport.
Yeah.
That they're taking the excitement out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have friends. In fact, I was with them, 2 of them, when I came to Leeds. I had my first friends were 3 brothers. Every one of them played for Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah.
And one of them, there's a statue of him outside outside the stadium, and that was a guy called John Holmes. And there's Phil Holmes and Brian Holmes, who also played. I mean, Phil played with John in the same team a couple of times, and we were talking and we were saying, when we went, we wanted to see a punch-up occasionally. We wanted to see, Bill Ramsey get hold of somebody and slot him. We had a guy from the Rhinos, and he did that. You know, he hit another one of other players. They both had a little bit of a set to. He got banned for 20 games, and they brought it down. I think it was 20. They brought it down when he appealed to 10.
Right.
You know, when you get a shoulder charge or something like that, and you get 4 or 5 matches. You know, they're ruining the game. I want to see a guy get clattered.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him take his head off with the stiff arm. I mean, that was out of order. But apart from that, you know, that was the excitement in the game, and it's getting ruined now.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey, I've spoke to you this morning because obviously I'm doing the Nick Manners biography and the Junior Witter biography. I'm going to be doing Mickey Duff's after that. Do you think, obviously you talked about rugby there, but sport in general, I mean, you remember a time when Mickey Duff, Terry Lawless, Mike Jarvis Astaire, Mike Barrett, Harry Levine, you know, I mean, is boxing, yes, you know, is it really changed? Because I actually read the other week, Andy Ayling, Frank Warren's right-hand man, said, you know, with Mickey Duff, he said, you knew where he was. He said, I preferred his way of dealings with than the new guys who kind of didn't really know boxing and they're from Essex and all this kind of thing. Can you see that point?
Yes. Yes, I can. I think Mickey was dead. Well, it was dead right.
Yeah.
I think that is it. When those guys retired, died, or faded out, the sport did the same thing.
Yeah.
It faded a lot.
And
you see, you've got all these new thinkers. There's so much technology in that about.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was training for a fight, we near enough knew what we were going to do. Some road work, we were going to do some bag work, a bit on the speedball, some pads, and then get in and do a few rounds sparring.
Yeah.
You know, now it's all technology. You know, we do a bit of skipping, but you know, now they do stretching and you stretch this but it's a 10-minute job sort of thing to stretch, and you can't do this. You know, you can't do this. You can't. No, don't hit him so hard. You know, just tap him.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so much. Have your legs further apart and turn your heel, and I just think, you know, box how you're comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And have a fight. You know, it's boxing, it's defending, it's the art of self-defense. But to defend yourself, you've got to have somebody attacking you. You know, that is why I wasn't I'm not a big lover of Nassim. To be honest, a big lover of Junior. He was more waiting for him.
Yeah.
You know, looking for the opening. The same as Mayweather, but they get the result, but the public don't get the result.
Yes, I understand, but I suppose they're being smart, aren't they, that it's longevity.
Yeah, that's right, I agree with you, but it's not, you know, I would rather, I mean, I remember one of my stablemates, Ronnie Clifford, and years later, and I bumped into him, we were talking in the group of us, and he paid me a lovely compliment, and he said, because I had 14 fights and lost 9 of them. Yeah. I beat 2 kids in the top 10, but I wasn't that good. I used to like a tear up. Yeah. And he said to me, yeah, man, I used to love sparring me. He says, but you were a tough bastard. And I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
I thought that was lovely.
Do you know, Mickey? I mean, it's obviously we've chatted for the books and that, and I mean, this has been nice because you're a face in boxing, and obviously you're not on our television screens anymore. I mean, this is from my channel, but you know, a lot of people will think, well, where's Mickey Vann gone? You know, and I've met a lot of people in the game, and you know, you are very respected, and you've been around, and you've done it, and you've met the who's who, and so you know, basically, Mickey Vann is doing all right today.
Yes. Basically, he is. Yeah, I mean, I'm 80 next year.
Right.
But I mean, we go. My wife and I have a motorhome.
Yeah.
And this year we've been down. Where they go down near Hastings. We've been over in France. We've been to Netherlands. We've been up in the lakes a couple of times. We take our bikes with us and go cycling. So yeah, I still keep a bit something like, and still enjoying life. You know.
That's absolutely wonderful to hear, Mickey.
Thank you.
Right. Do you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. Big thank you. And the last thing I'll say, Mickey, is no naughties with the head.
That's right. Yeah, that was. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I used to get a lot of grief from managers, from the border control and Inspector Mickey. You know, watch his head. He's or the corners. You know, shouting, yeah, watch his head, watch his head. And they were a little bit sometimes. You know, I mean, I remember doing Glenn Catley against Neville Brown. A world title eliminator and a British and European fight, and it was murder. And they were banging, they were in, and they were at it, and in the end I stopped and I said, look, that's 2 apiece. Don't let's have any more. Yeah. No naughties with the head. You know, and I sort of carried it on. Yeah,
it kind of became your trademark, didn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
they used to call me the dancer.
Yes, well, do you know? Funny enough, I was talking to Nick the other day, and I said, do you know? Often, I mean, my wife told my wife this as well. Is I actually wouldn't watch the boxing; I'd be watching your footwear.
Funny enough, I had a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I suppose I missed it. I missed the game. I was talking to somebody. What about with the Holmeses, the lads, when we were out, and they were saying about, you're missing it, Mick. I said, I do a little bit. I said, it's changed. I said, I saw the change. I said, I remember being at Newcastle, and I was going to the dressing room, and it took me 45 minutes to get there because so many people wanted my autograph. I said, but it's changed now. People don't want your autograph. They want your picture. They want a selfie. So now you got. I said, and I used to go in town, and people used to stop me. I'll be with my wife going on some shopping, and people thought, Mickey, is Mickey Vann in? I said, yeah. You know, I used to sort of say something like, does he owe you any money? You know.
Yeah.
And you know, we'd have a natter, and my wife would say, I'll see you in Marks and Spencer's or something like that, you know. Of course I'll be stood, well, like, you know, now, I mean, I'm talking for good now.
Yeah.
I can just say I can talk for England. I've had a great life and a long life. And done so much. I mean, I left school. I left school at 7. I didn't go back until I was 13. You know, but I've been to 40 odd different countries and never had to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been all over the world.
You were actually part of the fair, weren't you? Is that right?
Yeah, no, circuses. My dad had a circus and fair, and you know, we were in theatres. My dad was in the first week of television. My dad was on TV. You know, from Crystal Palace. Not Crystal Palace, Alexander Palace.
Yeah.
You know, I used to travel around with the theatres or the circus. You know, and so there was no computers and that then, so nobody knew where the hell I was.
Mm-hmm.
My dad came and took me out of the home because I was born in the war.
Yeah.
And he came and took me out. I was there while I was 7, and took me out of there, and I went to live with him and toured the country.
Mm.
And that, you know.
Can I ask you, Mickey, because you've got a biography out?
Now, donkey's years.
Yeah. What, for people listening and they want to read your story, what's it called and where can they get it?
Well, I don't know where you can get it now. I got my last. I didn't have one. I sold them all.
Right.
And people asking, you know, and they got them, but I don't know if they're even printing them yet. But I got one off Amazon.
Yes, right. So people can look on Amazon, and what's the title of it called?
Give Me a Ring.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. I couldn't think what to call it, and I was out with a fighter who had retired. He was a policeman then, and they called him Jeff Gale. In fact, he won the European.
He was a Leeds lad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a family of them, all fighters. Brian Gale, Michael Gale, Jeff Gale, John Gale, Billy Gale. they were all fighters. But Jeff won the bronze medal in the European Championships. And then he turned pro, and his first, if I remember rightly, his first fight as a pro was a 10-rounder.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, 10-rounder. He was under Bogner's manager, Smith. Of course it can go on forever.
Yeah. But do you know what? I mean, obviously I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. We spoke about Nick Manners. That's going to go in the book. Spoke about Junior. I'll make sure you get a book, both. We had a little chat a couple of years back about another book of mine, which was Paul Sykes. The film's going to happen, you know, Mick. Are you aware of that?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, there's going to be a film and a documentary also, so I'll keep you in the loop to that. But you know, I just want to say a massive thank you, Mickey. People will be glad to know you're still about. You're very, very well known in the boxing scene, and just have a fantastic. It is a wet weekend, but it is in Middlesbrough.
Thanks, sir.
But
you know, just another one. Someone told me, said, Mickey, you're in a film, and I said, no. He said, yeah, they call it The Fighter, and it was, and I was even in the credits.
Yes, I have seen that. It's about, so where Shane Neary fought one of the wards.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So someone actually played the part of you?
Someone played me, and they played me very well. They were too tall, they were about 6 foot tall. But the movement, they must have studied me well, because the movement was very good.
Yeah.
The way they moved around the ring. And then I looked at the credits to see who it was, and I can't remember. And it said like Mickey Vann, and it said who it was, and I thought, I didn't even got my name there.
Well, there you go. It's not a bad legacy, is it?
I said referee, you know, or something like that.
Right. Well, listen.
I'll let you get off.
Yeah, you take care, Mickey. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, sir. God bless.
And you.
Bye.
Take care of yourself, and maybe see each other again.
Yes, I will. I'll make sure you get a book.
And well, I hope to see you again, because that means I'm still alive.
God bless, sir. Thank you.
All right, God bless.
Bye.
Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.